Hello everyone, this is Jubair, and in the last class we discussed about the life process. Now in this video today we are going to discuss about the nutrition topic. So my dear students, the nutrition, the food supplying system. What is the definition of nutrition? In the last video we discussed about what is nutrition. The process of taking food and its utilization by the body is called as nutrition. So basically, why do the organisms need food? First thing is to get the energy, the organisms require food. For the survival, the organism require food. For growth and development, the organisms require food. For the repairing of the damaged tissues, the organisms need food. So these are the reasons why do the organisms require food. So my dear students, some organisms like plants, like plants and some bacteria, these organisms, they prepare food from inorganic substances, simple inorganic substances. They prepare food from simple inorganic substances, that is a organic substance. Food material is a organic substance, nothing but starch. Okay, so these organisms like plants and some bacteria which are having chlorophyll, these organisms are called as autotrophs. These are called as autotrophs. These are called as autotrophs. Okay, so next my dear students, some other organisms like animals, fungi. So these organisms, they will break down complex food. They will break down the complex food to simpler form by the biocatalyst called enzymes. Okay, so these organisms are called as heterotrophs. These organisms are called as heterotrophs. Example, animals and fungi. So heterotrophs directly or indirectly depending on the autotrophs for getting food. So my dear students, the nutrition basically two types. The nutrition divides into mainly two types, that is autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. Okay, so the nutrition is mainly two types, that is nutrition divides into mainly two categories, autotrophic and heterotrophic nutrition. So my dear students, autotrophic nutrition means the mode of nutrition in which the organism prepare its own food without depending on the other organism. In this mode of nutrition, the organism prepare its own food without depending on the other organism. So this nutrition is called as autotrophic nutrition. Auto means self, trophic means to synthesis, to produce. Okay, so the animals which are following these kind of nutrition, they are called as autotrophs. The animals which are following these nutrition are called as autotrophs. And heterotrophic nutrition, the mode of nutrition in which the organism depend on the other organism for getting food. So this nutrition is called as heterotrophic nutrition, and the animals which are following these nutrition are called as heterotrophs. Okay, heterotrophs. So my dear students, what are the examples of autotrophs? Example, okay, green plants and some bacteria which are having chlorophyll. Okay, some bacteria which are having the chlorophyll. So these are the examples of autotrophs. Next, what are the examples for heterotrophs? Example, okay, animals fungi, and next some parasitic plants. So these are the examples for the heterotrophs. So now we will discuss about autotrophic nutrition. The plants are called as okay, universal food providers. The plants are called as universal food providers. Why the plants are called as universal food providers? The plants have the unique character, that is photosynthesis. The plants can perform photosynthesis by which they can supply the food to the all the living organisms on the earth. That's why they are called as universal food providers. Okay, photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. Photo means light, synthesis means to prepare. What do you mean by photosynthesis? The process by which the autotrophs utilize the inorganic substances. The process by which the autotrophs utilizes the inorganic substances, and they will convert into complex organic substance, that is starch, carbohydrates. Okay, so inorganic substances like carbon dioxide, water, okay, starch. So by utilizing sunlight and chlorophyll, by utilizing the sunlight, chlorophyll, so this process is called as photosynthesis. The process by which the autotrophs, which can utilize the inorganic substances like carbon dioxide, water, and they will convert them into organic substance, starch, by utilizing the sunlight and the chlorophyll. So this process is called as photosynthesis. So what is the equation for photosynthesis? So this is very important. Okay, equation. What is the equation for photosynthesis? Okay, 6 molecules of carbon dioxide plus 12 molecules of water in the presence of sunlight, chlorophyll gives carbohydrates C6H12O6 plus 6 molecules of water plus 6 molecules of oxygen. You should denote the oxygen with the arrow mark, which means there is a gas form. So this is the equation for photosynthesis, which is very important for 1 marks. Okay, so this is about the photosynthesis. And next, what about the events? How many events that occur during the photosynthesis? Okay, there are 3 main events occur during the photosynthesis. First one is, the first event which takes place during the photosynthesis is absorption of light energy by the chlorophyll. Okay, the first event. This is a very important 2-mark question. Absorption of light energy. Absorption of light energy by chlorophyll. Okay, and second event which occurred during the photosynthesis is conversion of light energy into chemical energy. Okay, and splitting of water molecule into hydrogen and hydroxyl ions. Okay, hydroxyl ions. So this is the second event that takes place during the photosynthesis. And third event, that is reduction of carbon dioxide to carbohydrates. So which is a very important question for 2 marks in the public examination. Okay, so these are the 3 main events. So these 3 events does not takes place one after other immediately. Okay, so these are the 3 main events during the photosynthesis. So my dear students, next we will discuss about the activities. What are the raw materials needed for the photosynthesis? How we can show that the requirements of the photosynthesis experimentally. These are very important 8 marks questions. You will get you will get 1 8 marks questions activities from this chapter nutrition. There are 4 activities are there. In the autotrophic nutrition, there are 3 very important activities are there. The first activity, how can you say that the chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis? For that activity, we should select a plant. Step by step we will discuss. Okay, take a first point. Take a potted plant. It is a chlorophyll activity. Okay, chlorophyll activity. Take a potted plant with which is having a variegated leaves. Variegated leaves. That is the first point. What are called as variegated leaves? The leaves which is having more than one color, that leaves are called as variegated leaves. If take the money plant, in that leaves we can see that along with the green patches we can see the white color also. White color patches also we can observe on the surface of the money plant leaf. So that kind of leaves are called as variegated leaves. And second point, after selecting the potted plant with the variegated leaves, keep the plant in a dark room. Always remember, whatever the activity you are performing on the photosynthesis, you should keep the plant in a dark room for 2 to 3 days. Why? Because so that the plant, when we keep the plant in a dark room, the plant utilizes all the reserved food material, that is starch. For that purpose, we'll keep the plant in dark room. Okay, so this point which is common in all the activities in the photosynthesis, don't forget. And next, after keeping the plant in a dark room after 2 to 3 days, now keep the plant in sunlight. Now keep the plant in sunlight for few hours. And next, pluck the leaf of the plant. Pluck the leaf of the plant, a single leaf, and spread over the surface of the white paper like this. Pluck the leaf after keeping the plant in sunlight for few hours. Now spread the leaf over the white paper. Now with the help of pencil, trace the green parts of the leaf with the help of pencil over the white paper. Now next point, take a test tube which is filled with the alcohol. Now keep the leaf in the test tube which contains the alcohol, ethanol. Okay, alcohol. Now keep this test tube. Next point, keep the test tube in a beaker which contains the water. Okay, so this is the leaf, and in the beaker it has water, and inside the test tube we have, that is alcohol with the leaf. And next, this is the beaker contains water. Now boil the leaf in the alcohol. Until this leaf turns to colorless. Why? Because when we boil the leaf in alcohol, the chlorophyll which is present in the leaf separate from the leaf, and it will enters into the alcohol. So the alcohol turns to green. So we are boiling the leaf. In alcohol to remove the chlorophyll. Okay. After that, after boiling the leaf in the alcohol, now carefully take the leaf. From the test tube and spread evenly on the glass plate. Okay. Now pour the iodine solution on the leaf. Okay, so what could we observe after adding the iodine solution? What we can observe? We can observe that, okay, the green patches of the leaf, the green patches of the leaf turns to blue black. The remaining non-green part of the leaf, this green parts of the leaf turns to blue black color, blue black, and the non-green part of the leaf does not show any blue black color. Why? Because the green parts of the leaf contains the chlorophyll. That's why they can perform photosynthesis and they can prepare starch. So that's why the non-green part of the leaf does not have the chlorophyll. So that's why the photosynthesis will not be occur. So by this activity we can show that the chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis. So next, how can you say that the carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis? So my dear students, plants take the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere through the tiny pores. They are called as stomata. Okay, stomata. By utilizing the stomata, the plants take the carbon dioxide. Okay. And next activity, how can you prove that the carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis? So my dear students, before going to that, we'll discuss about the so this is a stomata, open stomata, which has a chloroplast, okay. When just wait. So my dear students, so this is the stomata. It is a open stomata. It is a closed stomata. Open and closed stomata. Okay, stomata. So the stomata are present in the lower surface of the leaf, which help in the exchange of gases. Okay, whenever the water enters into the guard cells, so these are called as these two cells are called as guard cells. Guard cells. So whenever the water from the adjacent cells, neighboring cells enters into the guard cells, then the guard cell swells, which causing the opening of the stomata. And next, whenever the guard cells loses water, then these guard cell shrinks, then causing the closing of the stomata. So the water movements opens and closes the stomata. Okay. So my dear students, so next, main function of the guard cells. What is the function of the guard cells is means the opening and closing of the stomatal pore, which is maintained by the guard cells. The guard cells main function is to maintain the opening and closing of the stomatal pore. So this is called as a stomatal pore. And next we will discuss about the activity, how we can say that the carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis. For this activity also we should select a potted plant, sorry, two potted plants. For this activity we should select two potted plants. First one, how can you say that the carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis? For this activity, take two potted plants. Two potted plants as it is. I told you that. Keep the plant in a dark room for, tell me, 2 to 3 days. So that the plants utilize all the reserved food material, that is starch. Now take two glass plates. Take two glass plates. Take two glass plates. Okay. Now keep the plant. Now keep the two potted plants. Now keep the two potted plants on the glass plates. So these are the plants. Okay. So these are the plants. Keep on the glass plates. Now to one of the setup, keep potassium hydroxide pellets in the glass plate. Okay, in one of the plant, keep a KOH solution in a glass plate. Now cover the both plants with the large bell jar. Now cover the two plants with the large bell jars. Okay. Now seal the bottom of the bell jar with the Vaseline coat. Why? Because so that we can keep the setup airtight. We can prevent the escape of air from outside and entry of air to inside. So for that purpose, we should keep the Vaseline coat. We should keep the Vaseline seal at the bottom of the jar. Now keep this setup. Now keep these two plants in sunlight. After closing with the bell jars, now keep these two setups in sunlight for few hours. And next, pluck the pluck a single leaf from the two plants. Pluck a single leaf from the two plants and perform the presence of starch with the iodine solution. So what we can observe? In the plant leaf, which is taken from the setup which contains the KOH solution, the blue black color will not form. Why? Because the KOH solution which is present in this setup, which absorb the carbon dioxide which is present in the air. That's why even there is a sunlight, water, chlorophyll, but lack of carbon dioxide is there. That's why the photosynthesis will not be takes place in the setup which contains the KOH solution. The KOH solution main function is which absorb the carbon dioxide in the atmospheric air. That's why in this leaf the blue black color will not be seen. So in the setup which does not have any KOH solution, in this leaf when we perform the iodine test, we can see the blue black color will be formed. Why? Because in this jar, bell jar, we don't have any KOH solution. The carbon dioxide is there for plants, so that's why they can perform photosynthesis and they can form the starch. By this activity, we can say that carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis. Okay. So next, my dear students. How can we say that the sunlight is necessary for photosynthesis? How can we say that the sunlight is necessary for photosynthesis? Very small activity. Okay. Sunlight. How can you say that the sunlight is necessary for photosynthesis? For this also, select a potted plant. And second point, keep the plant. It is a common point for all the activities. Keep the plant in dark room. For 2 to 3 days, which is a common point. Now to the plant, one of the leaf we should select and fix the uniform black paper. Fix the uniform black paper to the one of the leaf and fix the paper so tightly with the help of paper clips, so that we can prevent the falling of sunlight on the leaf. Okay. Now after fixing the black paper to the one of the leaf in the plant, now keep the plant in sunlight. For few hours. Okay. Now pluck the leaf. Next point, pluck the leaf and perform iodine test. Okay. By pouring some drops of iodine solution, what we can observe? What could be our observation? Tell me. The part of the leaf which is exposed to sunlight forms blue black color. The part of the leaf which is covered with the black paper does not show any blue black color. Why? Because the exposed part of the leaf to the sunlight received the sufficient sunlight. That's why they can these part of the leaf performed the photosynthesis and produced the starch, food material. And the part of the leaf which is not covered with the black paper, okay, this part of the leaf which is covered with the black paper, so these leaves did not receive the sunlight. So that's why This part of the leaf does not perform the photosynthesis. That's why no blue black hair forms when we perform the iodine test. By this activity, we can say that photosynthesis requires sunlight. Apart from this, the plants also require water and nutrients. So the soil provides water and nutrients like nitrogen, potassium, phosphorus, magnesium, etc. So the soil supplies water and nutrients to the plants. The nitrogen, the atmospheric nitrogen, the plants cannot directly. These nitrogen should be converted into other forms like nitrates and nitrites. So these are the forms the plants can utilize the nitrogenous compounds. So this is about the requirements of photosynthesis. So this is for today, my dear students. So in the next upcoming classes, we will discuss about the heterotrophic nutrition, and I hope everybody understood this topic, autotrophic nutrition. Thank you.